After I got home from work, I thought I'd buy a game for my son. He was into the Mario, Sonic, and Donkey Kong type stuff, so I got him a game I didn't think that he'd played yet. It was Sonic R. It was a racing game, as I heard, and at the time it was pretty new. I raced home and gave him the game, kissed my wife on the cheek. I held her, and she was happy for me giving him a present. The excitement filled his eyes, and I could tell he couldn't wait to play it. He went back to his room, and I was right behind him to play it with him. A couple of days passed, and he was almost done with the game, as he said. I watched him beat the last boss, and he roared in excitement as he beat it. I felt good for him, patted his head, and asked him how it was. The peculiar thing was, as I did so, I looked at the credit screen and pointed and said, "What's that?" He said it was the Tails doll. I asked him what the Tails doll was. He just said it was the Tails doll again. I obviously facepalmed and ignored the scenery. I called for him to get in bed, and as soon as he was sleeping, curiosity got the better of me. I went into his room, very quietly turned the volume down on the TV, and was ready to play some Sonic R. Knowing he already beat the game, I decided to play it through again, watching him from earlier. I noticed you can play as the Tails doll. Knowing that was the main reason I wanted to play the game, I chose him and tagged him up with some of the gang. It was pretty fun, actually, until I tagged him up with Sonic. Right when I hit that button, my whole life changed. My life was in the palm of its hand. It was all calm at first, I must say. The screen just shut off, along with the game system. I let things be and went to bed with my wife. She grasped onto me, and I did to her, falling into a deep sleep. At around 2 a.m., I started hearing thumps on my door. Keeping it shut and knowing my son could get whatever he wanted himself, I just said, "Stop, go back to bed." The thumping kept happening. I got very annoyed and noticed as I got up that there was a little shadow coming from under my door. Nothing at all compared to a regular human-sized shadow. I kind of started freaking out. The word Tails kept popping up in my mind. I started to slowly open the door and heard these very faint words I will never forget again. "You're coming with me. Forever." It was a doll. An evil, blood-covered, possessed little doll. It was from the game. It had to be. It looked just like it. I screamed and waked the whole house as it started to claw at my toes. Blood was all over the floor, and to this day, my feet ache and are sore. It was growling very aggressively, and as my screaming got louder, my wife called the police. It scattered across the floor, running from me. Its screeching was awful, and it left a trail of my blood behind it. It said it has what it needs, knowing it can't finish its job tonight. Ever since, to this day, I'm afraid to go to sleep at night. My sleeping patterns are scattered apart. I go to sleep around 6 a.m. and wake up around 8 p.m. to start my day. I know this may sound fake, but it isn't. I swear to this very day, I'm shocked to even think about falling asleep at night.